one on the left is the month, the representative of the month, and the one on the right is the representative of the date. So please do not let this date confuse you. So, for example, today is the 11th of Esfand, the last month of the Persian calendar, in the last month of the winter. And so we are going to start our presentations from next week. About the second week, I'm not sure whether 25th of Esfand we are going to have a class or not, because as far as I have informed, the servers are going to be out of reach from 25th of Esfand onward up to the 14th of Farvardin, the next month, when the classes are going to start again. So if we have a class, we are going to have the father, which are going to be presented by Ebtisam Jasem and Samra Jasem, by August Strindberg. And in the first session of the Nowruz holidays, after 2 weeks when you come back to university, on 17th of Farvardin, we have Antoine Chekhov's The Three Sisters. I have changed some plays. Maybe they are not the same one that we have come across in the lesson plan. I have deliberately changed them and have added some other on them. Okay? So these first three presentations are about the plays that are representing modern plays and also realistic and naturalistic plays. Of course, they have different traits that makes them different from each other, but in some cases they are moving in the same road, but in some other cases they're different from each other. So we are going to consider these three grand names in the field of literary drama. Next, I have added this Luigi Pirandello, 6 characters in search of an author. Milad Hakim, Kosar Hamdan, and Saer Najm are going to present this play, a very interesting play by Pirandello, the Italian dramatist. Henrik Ibsen, as you know, and we have discussed before, is a Norwegian playwright. In the previous week, when we were covering the English and Irish playwrights of the modern era, from the 19th century up to the 20th century, it was mentioned that George Bernard Shaw, the very famous Irish English playwright, actually has introduced Henrik Ibsen as one of the forerunners of the realist movement in the field of drama, and this actually makes a turning point, acts as a turning point in the verge of the century, in order to make a great change in the revelation of the dramas of the time. August Strindberg, the Swedish writer, by his father. I have changed the Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen to Ghosts. And Antoine Chekhov, the Russian great playwright and short story writer, I have changed the Cherry Orchard to the Three Sisters. And then Luigi Pirandello, 6 characters in search of an author, that I've mentioned before. Then we move to Bertolt Brecht, or Brecht, with his social drama, because he was a Marxist actually, and you can see his contribution to this quite clearly, but he has actually added new techniques into the spirit and the body of the drama at the beginning of the 20th century. Among his works, The Good Woman of Szechuan has been chosen here, and it is going to be presented by Ghafran Hamid, Amjad Hamid, and Sahar Muhammad. Then we have Eugene Ionesco, the Hungarian writer, playwright. The Chairs. All his works are perfect. I think the Ryan Nosses is the one that maybe you are familiar with, but The Chairs is fantastic. So Sarah Hamid, Ahmed Khaled, and Ali Muhammad are going to present this work. Samuel Beckett's Waiting for Godot as the prototype of the transition between modern and postmodern period, and the concept of the identity of the theater of the absurd and these kind of things, which is going to be presented by Sumaya Khazir and Amjad Khalil. Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman as the representation of the American drama, the development of the American drama during 20th century, and the concept of the American dream and these kind of things, which is considered to be a tragedy, modern tragedy, which is going to be presented by Mustafa Dawood and Rasha. And then we move to Harold Pinter, the English playwright, and his birthday party, which is going to be presented by Zainab Sajid and Ahmed Salem. Again, this is the representative of the theater of the absurd, and also the kitchen sink playwrights and Angry Young Man playwrights. Then we move to America again. Edward Albee, the very famous American playwright who died a few years ago, with his delicate balance among his very famous plays, such as Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and the Zoo Story. But the delicate balance has been chosen here, and is going to be presented by Ahmad Salam, Murtaza Salah, and Saha Mehdi. Then in the 14th week, we will move to France, and Jean-Paul Sartre, and his very interesting and fantastic play, No Exit, which is actually carrying existentialist ideas, in which Jean-Paul Sartre, as the forerunner of one of these important figures in his trade, is going to be presented by Sarah Adel, Fatima Abdul Reza, and Haydar Maleh. And then we will move to the postmodern works, because we know that Arthur Miller, Death of the Salesman, Samuel Beckett, Waiting for Godot, Eugene Ionesco, The Chair, Harold Pinter's Birthday Party, and Edward Albee's El Delicate Balance are all considered to be the modern plays. And then we move to Thomas Stoppard. Instead of Rosenblatt and Gilterstein are dead, I've chosen Every Good Boy Deserves Favor, which is going to be presented by Ines Abdul Kazem, Amal Abdullah, and Wahab Abdul Muhammad. And at last, in the last session, we will have Sam Shepard. Thomas Stoppard is an American playwright. Sam Shepard is British, and he's a very interesting work and play, Buried Child, which is going to be presented by Hassam Ghazawi, Abir Faisal, and Abil Kazem. Okay, so this is what we are going to do during this term. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 plays are going to be discussed in the class. And I ask you, in order to make a better absorption from every class, please read the plays before coming to the class, because these plays are not very long. They are not like novels. They are not very bulky. So they are quite accessible. You can find their text very easily from the internet. And also, so it is very helpful if you read the text, the play, before coming to the class. You will both become familiar with it, and also the explanations that are going to be discussed in the class will be very much effective if you have some background about the whole text before. Okay, so I do insist to read the text before coming to the class. Of course, you are familiar with some of them: Waiting for Godot, The Death of the Salesman, Birthday Party, Ghost, this kind of things. But if you are not, please do not hesitate to read them before coming to the class. And as I have mentioned, the quality of your presentations are going to be considered for your final mark. So since the half of the mark is devoted to your class presentation and class participation and class presence, so please be very restricted about these, the quality of your work when you're presenting it in a group form, either by one of your other colleagues or with two other group members. Okay. Thank you very much indeed. Now let's move to topic that I'm going to start talking about modern drama. I don't know whether I have sent the pamphlet of this to you or not. After I have checked it out. If I haven't, please let me know. So I will send this pamphlet, which is only consists of 20 pages, and discussing the modern drama in a very brief form. And then if you have time at the end, I want to start talking about realism and talking about the moderns, or the new drama, which begins with Ibsen, Strindberg, Chekhov, and the similars. Okay. Ammar Hadi, let me see if I have your name in my text. Ammar Hadi. Maybe I have. Your part is Harold Pinter. Your part is Harold Pinter. Birthday Party. Maybe I have forgotten to add your name there, but please add it by yourself. Okay, let me see if I have forgotten to write it down. Let me see, Harold Pinter. Yes, I've forgotten to add your name. So, Mr. Ammar Hadi, consider Harold Pinter Birthday Party as your part for presentation, alongside with Zainab Sajid and Ahmed Salem. Okay? Sorry, just since I was considering lots of name here, it has I have dropped it out. Okay? So if there is any other names that I haven't, I think it is week 12. Yes, week 12. Second month, 28th of Ordibehesht. This 28th day of the second month of Persian calendar, Ordibehesht. You have a presentation on Birthday Party. Thank you. So very easily you can exchange or convert the dates into Arabic. So please do that if you can. Yes, Ordi Behesh, very good. You didn't mention my name, Ahmed Hassan Ode. What about your name, Ahmed? Ahmed Hassan Ode. Let me see. What is the problem? Ahmed Hassan Auda. I don't have your name in my list. Ahmed Hassan. Oh, I found it. Okay. Ahmed, your part is Chekhov. Part is Chekhov and Three Sisters. So please add your name to the Three Sisters 17th of the first session after the holidays. The first session of the holiday is going to be presented alongside with Mustafa Jawad and Ahmed Hassan. Okay. This list is viable if 25th of Esfand is not a holiday. If we have our class on 25th, that's fine. But if not, all the presentations are going to be postponed for 1 week, except the last one, because after 25th of after 16th week, 25th of Khordad, we do not have any classes because the university is going to be closed and the examinations will start. So we have to squeeze 2 presentations in 1 day. Okay. So we hope that 25th is not a holiday, but if it is, by any case, remember that all these presentations will be postponed 1 week to a week later, okay? Quite naturally and obviously. I don't know why I haven't written your name as well. I've forgotten. Okay, no problem. Okay, let me... Good. Let me check if we have any newcomers. I'm checking your names to see if there are anything missing or... This will take a few seconds, please. I'm going to keep silent for some seconds and then we will start talking about modern drama.